If when you go to bed tonight, you can acknowledge that while I sleep, momentum is going to cease for me. My point of attraction is resting. I'm experiencing while I sleep a law of attraction reprieve. In other words, it's a resting place where momentum subsides. While I'm sleeping tonight, momentum subsides. And when I awaken in the morning, say this to yourself as you go to sleep tonight. When I awaken in the morning, I've pushed the reset button. I've pushed the reset button, and now I can jump in at any vibrational point that I choose. And I choose to jump in a really general place. I choose to jump in the place of, oh, this bed feels good. And, oh, I've had a very nice time. And I sure did like this about this. And wasn't that a beautiful thing? And doesn't it feel good to be me? And hasn't life been good to me over these days? And isn't it nice to know that life is supposed to be good? I like knowing that life is vibrational. I like knowing that I'm translator of vibration. I like knowing that law of attraction exists. I like knowing that law of attraction creates momentum. I like knowing that I can choose the direction of my momentum. I like knowing that when I choose the direction of my momentum, that it becomes obvious to me. I like knowing that I can't get it wrong. I like knowing that this is all for fun. I like knowing that I'm getting to do this and that the entire universe is cooperating to show me in endless ways what I've got going on vibrationally. I like feeling the worthiness that is me. I like sensing that Source is on my side. I like the awareness that I can think out of alignment with Source, but that I always feel it. I like knowing that I can guide myself back into vibrational alignment with who I really am. I like knowing that whether I do or not, Source is still adoring me. I like knowing that Source never takes attention from me, so that anytime I decide to lean in that direction, it's right there for me to hook up with. I like knowing that I get to create my own reality, and I like knowing how that happens, and I like knowing that there's no rush to any finish line. I like knowing that it's all for the pleasure of the experience of it. I like knowing that other people are here like me doing the same thing. I like knowing that we are all in this together. I like knowing that we offer benefit to one another. I like knowing that essentially we are all the same. We are all love looking for a place to happen. We are all clarity looking for a place to happen. That's who we naturally, innately are. I like being in this physical body. I like the knowledge, the intelligence of my cells. I like knowing how much alignment is taking place naturally, even without me knowing about it. I like my awareness of how many things are already queued up for my success that I don't even have to think about at all. I like having figured out what my place in all of this is. And I love the contrast of my life. I love the exposure that I have to life that generates pure desire within me. I love wanting new cars and new houses. I love wanting physical wellness. I love wanting dollars that are so portable and so wonderful to exchange. I love living life. I love embracing life. I love engaging in all of the physical things. I like being physical. I like the emotional basis, but oh boy, do I like it when my emotional basis is allowed to increase momentum, unfettered by contradictory thought. I love the power of creation that flows through me. I love understanding that I am a focusing mechanism. I love understanding that Source flows through me. I like thinking about Source focusing through me. I like being of benefit to Source. I like knowing that the universe is expanding and that I am a part of that. I love the feeling of my part in the expansion. Oh, do I love an idea when it occurs to me. I love the feeling of an idea. I love being present and conscious and realizing an idea that is expanding within me because I am not restricting it with contradictory thought. I love the sensation of energy moving through me. I love being the vessel through which Source creates. I love being the cooperative component of that which is Source. I love adding to this environment in a positive way. I love the experience I get to have in adding to this experience in a positive way. I love tuning my frequency to that of Source. I love being the catalyst for others to tune their frequency to. I love being a physical being in this time-space reality, knowing what I know. I love knowing that I can't get it wrong and that I'll never get it done. I love knowing that I am an eternal being. I love knowing that I will always be present, that my consciousness is real, that my consciousness is always focused. And I love knowing all of those who have lived before, whose consciousness is still alive and real and available to me. I love the infinite intelligence that is available to me. I love knowing that all I have to do is softly allow a frequency of well-being just for a little while, and that law of attraction will add to it until I have access to infinite intelligence on any subject in the world. I know that I can expand as far and as fast as I decide to, and I know that the underpinning of all of that is just finding something to feel good about, or just remembering the emotion of feeling good. I love knowing that we are not being measured against one another, but that we are all here in support and advantage to each other. I love remembering the trajectory that we are all on. I love acknowledging the diversity of that which is us and recognizing the perfection of that diversity. I love knowing that I can be in this place where I can feel such clarity of what Source feels, that I can look out into the world and feel good about everything that I see, because in alignment with Source, I will not be able to see things that are not in alignment with Source. I love knowing that this world is expanding, and I love knowing that my part in it is the expansion as well. I love knowing that what I'm focusing on right now is important enough that a new thought is available, and I love the feeling of the new thought. I love knowing that I am so unique in my expression of life here, that there is never a duplication of anything. I'm not regurgitating anything. I'm not copying anything anybody else is doing. I'm living in this time-space reality, uniquely launching my unique rockets of desire. And I can feel the way Source revels with me in the launching of a new idea. I can feel the enthusiasm that Source has in the expansion of the universe that just happened because of the conversation that I just had, or because of the experience that I just had. I love knowing the unyielding, ever offered, undeniable, unconditional love the Source feels for me and for everyone else. I love basking in the environment of that well-being. I love this soup that we all make up. I love the experience of creation even more than I love what I am creating. But I understand that if I did not have an object of attention that I'm wanting to create, I could not experience this delicious experience of creation. I am a creator. I live for the experience of creation. I am a co-creator. I live for the experience of co-creating with my non-physical partners, with my physical partners, for the expansion of all that is. Life is so good for me. Life is so good for all of us. We are all in this together. This is the perfect time to be alive. There's nothing better for me to ever be doing than whatever it is I'm doing right here, right now, finding the fullness of this moment in time. There's not someplace else I should be. There's not someplace else I'd rather be. There's not something else I should be doing. There's not something else I'd rather be doing. I'm fully invested, fully focused in this moment, reaching for my center of well-being, and then allowing the universe to show me how far I'm able to go right now with this, and then with this, and then with this, and then with this. A cheering section behind me all the time, all the love and support that could ever be offered to me and to everyone else. No exception. All I get to do is find the frequency and practice it until it's my normal frequency. Well, friends, we think you've got it. We think that you now understand that you are source energy in physical bodies, yes? Do you get it that you've come here with purpose? Do you understand that that purpose is expansion, joyous expansion? Do you understand that you never get it done and you cannot get it wrong? And the reason that you can't get it wrong is because it's never done. So even though it may sound or feel out of balance and maybe even wrong, that it really isn't wrong, because in the feeling of wrongness, you're giving birth to your opinion of what would be righter. And the source within you so trusts your opinion of what would be better for you, that the source within you embraces that idea completely and becomes a vibrational equivalent to it and holds steady there until you find your way there. We've talked about the fun of croaking. You're still not there, are you? We've talked about the deliciousness of releasing resistance through what you call the death experience. And we've talked about releasing resistance through meditation, quieting the mind. We've talked about releasing resistance through appreciation, but you have to be somewhere in the vicinity of appreciation to release resistance. But do you know, with every feeling of relief that you find as you make your way up the emotional scale, with every feeling of relief, there is the releasing of resistance. And so every effort that you make to release a little resistance is really worth the effort, because in time, because of the vastness of the variety of your life, the subjects that are alive and active in your now are enough for you to release all resistance that you've accumulated over a lifetime. Do you know that? You don't have to go back and make peace with some wrongdoing that happened 20 years ago or 30 years ago or yesterday. You don't have to go back and fix all of those things, because whatever is active in your vibration now is bringing you current, real life, active, poignant, meaningful now matches. You're attracting the vibrational evidence that shows you what you're doing. Do you know that what you're living and the way it is playing out is your vibrational indicator? Do you know what's going on in your body is just an indicator of your vibration? Do you know that what's happening in your life in terms of relationship is just a vibrational indicator? Do you know the money in your bank account is a vibrational indicator? Everything that is manifested, the car that you're driving, the house that you're living in, the clothes that you're wearing, the condition of your body, everything about your life is a vibrational indicator. And those indications of vibration are being shown to you all day, every day, in the form of the emotion that you feel. So if you leave here with one decision within you, and it goes like this: I now understand the importance of recognizing how I feel, and I do care about feeling as good as I can feel about that and that and that. So somebody you love tells you a lie, and it hits you hard. And you think, they shouldn't lie to me. They should trust me more. I wish they wouldn't lie. And then you try to wrestle them to the ground, and you try to figure out why they are lying, and you try to figure out where the lies started, and you try to understand the motive of the lying, and all you do is get yourself in a scramble, because you can't begin to understand it. You couldn't sort it out if you had 100 lifetimes to do it. But you can recognize that your attention to this subject is causing you discomfort right here and now, and you could choose a better feeling thought. So you find a thought that goes something like, I don't understand where they're coming from, and that gives you a little relief. And then you think of a thought such as, well, I have told a lie before, and that might make you feel better too. And then you think a thought such as, the only time I've ever lied was because I didn't think the person would like what I thought to be the truth. And I wanted them to feel as good as they could feel, so maybe there is some compassion in lying somewhere, and you feel a little better. And then you think, I don't know why I'm making such a big thing about this. And then you think, I can't even remember what the subject at hand was. And then you think, I think I've been making a big deal out of nothing. And then you think, this is a person who I really love. And then you think, it really doesn't matter what they're doing. It really only matters how I feel about them. And then you think, I should not ask them to behave in certain ways in order to love them, because I am one who offers unconditional love. And as you work your way through issue after issue, with person after person and subject after subject, before you know it, within 1 or 2 or 3 days, certainly 4 or 5, and absolutely within 30, you will have had enough real life experiences show you the vibrational evidence of what's going on with your vibration, that you can clean it all up. Within 30 days, you can have cleaned up enough of your vibration. And by clean it up, all we mean is find a better feeling thought, find a better feeling thought, find a better feeling thought, find a better feeling thought. That do you know that you are 30 days or less from being a vibrational match to the source that is really you? To the reason that you were born, to the coming forth into this physical experience, to the living the joyous life experience that you've come to live, to the being a vibrational match to what's in your vibrational escrow, to the getting inside everything that you've ever asked for. Do you know how close you are in terms of time to having everything that life so far has caused you to ask for? It's such a short distance. It just requires some caring about how you feel, and a willingness to move yourself deliberately up the emotional scale and back into vibrational alignment with who you really are. As you do that every day, you'll see the world a little more through the eyes of Source. And as you begin to view your magnificent world through the eyes of Source, you will then revel in your beingness and in that of others. And you will feel pride and worth beyond physical description. And you will begin to express to others, I've come forth with great reason into this physical body, and that reason is for joyous expansion, and I wish that for all. There is great love here for you, And as always, we remain joyously and permanently incomplete.